નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી welcomes you all here.
Dear student friends, we'll move ahead gradually in all the figures of speech. What will be there here? First figures of speech. Simile. Keeping in your mind the pronunciation of these figures of speech. Simile. What would be there in these figures of speech? There will be minimum two objects or minimum two aspects. One is known as original aspect, another is known as the comparative aspect. Minimum two aspects are the basic requirement. That this is basic requirement of simile. Then of course there will be a comparison in between original aspect and comparative aspect. And that comparison would be there with a common feature or for a common feature. Once again, there will be minimum two aspects. With these two aspects, there will be a comparison with first one object and with second one object. There will be a common characteristic in between these two. And with that common characteristic, with that common feature, comparison will be given. Keeping in your mind that this comparison can be for the equality up to 99.99%, not of 100%. Keep it in your mind. Keep it in your mind. This comparison can be with the equality up to 99.99. If it is of 100, then it will not be simile. Once again, we'll move ahead with an example. Mira acts like a child, or Mira acts as a child. I have written as here, I have written like here. Few words are there. These words can be the identity or shortcut key for simile. As, so, like, such words are there. These words, wherever you find, wherever you write, that is the identity of simile. Mira acts like a child. Mira is not a child. Mira is a mature girl. But she acts like a child. She acts as a child. Hence, Mira is equal to a child up to 99.99%. Not exact is equal to. Just like. Another one. Rohit Sharma plays like a Sachin. Rohit Sharma plays like a Sachin. Original aspect is equal to Rohit Sharma. Comparative aspect is equal to Sachin. Rohit Sharma is compared here with Sachin with his common feature. Common feature is equal to playing the game. Mira is not a child. Mira is original aspect. A child is a comparative aspect. Original aspect is compared here with a common characteristic, and that common characteristic is equal to behavior of Mira. This proves simile here in this sentence. Got the idea? We are moving ahead with the second one, figures of speech, and that second figures of speech is equal to metaphor. First one is simile, second one is metaphor. What is the characteristic of this figures of speech? Here also there will be minimum two objects, two aspects. In simile also, condition was the same one. Here also the condition is the same. There will be minimum two aspects. Here also there will be two aspects. One would be the original aspect, another one would be the comparative aspect. But one thing is there, and that is what here 1 is equal to 2. Reverse one. 2 is equal to 1. It means 1 is equal to 2 means original aspect or object is equal to 100% comparative aspect. Or reverse one, 100% similarity would be there between comparative aspect and original aspect. Here I have told you that the comparison or equality would be up to 99.99 in simile. Here what I have told you, here it is 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 1. We'll move ahead with the example. You are my best friend. You are my best friend. U is equal to original aspect. My best friend is equal to comparative aspect. But U is equal to my best friend and my best friend is equal to U. So that here we have written here both the ways implied. If you move ahead this side, same. If you move ahead this side, it's the same. You are a pride of our school. U is equal to original aspect, pride of our school is equal to second one. Think in a reverse condition. A pride of our school is equal to U. U is equal to a pride of our school. Wherever in this way two objects, two aspects are given original and comparative with 100% equality. This is known as metaphor. One more thing I'll tell you. Metaphor is also known as implied simile. Why is it so? Because simile is 100% implied over here. And so that metaphor is also known as implied simile. What the idea? Few more examples. Some say the world will end in fire. Here we are concentrating on only metaphor. You will feel other figures of speech. You can identify. Nothing is wrong with this. But here we will concentrate only for the metaphor. Some will say, or some say, the world will end. Where the world will end, that's fire. And where fire is, that is the end of the world. 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 1, 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 2. 2, 1, 1, 2. Exact equality, that is metaphor. It is in the water. This is from the third poem. This is from the first poem. Another earlier, what we have seen, that's from second poem. This is from third poem. It's in the water. What is it? Something. Keep it in your mind. Something. A pen or anything else. It is equal to 1. Where it is, something is there in the water. So that what is there in the water, that is this. What is this? That is in the water. What is in the water? That is this. Hence, this is 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 1. Naturally, this is the example for metaphor. This is from poem number 3. Now I will give my own example. The dog looked like a lion. I am talking about treaty. The dog, original aspect. Lion, comparative aspect. Dog cannot be lion. Lion cannot be dog. Somewhere else equality is there. And that equality is up to 99.99. It's not of 100%, but equality is there. Equal comparative aspect will be there. For that I have compared the dog with lion. So that this is not the example of metaphor, but this is the example of simile. Got the idea? In this way, you will identify simile and metaphor. One more thing I will tell you. Keep it in your mind. Wherever metaphor is given, it is also known as implied simile. Why is it so? Because simile is implied 100%. Simile is implied where 100%, so that metaphor is also known as implied simile. Got the idea? These two friends will move ahead with the next one figures of speech, and that is personification. If you concentrate simply here with the first few letters, what's given there? Person. From there we will get the word personification. If you will concentrate on the word person, that is fully connected with the human being, mankind. Be here. First of all, one thing will be there in the line. What would be there? There will be human quality somewhere else. And that human quality will be applied to non-living. Reverse condition also would be there. What can be there? Non-living quality would be there. And that non-living quality would be applied to human quality. To the human, to the person. You see, this is what? If it is living, the characteristic would be of non-living. Reverse. If non-living is there, the characteristic would be with the living. Got the idea? You see here, from your poem Animals and from your poem Trees, I have taken two sentences to explain you figures of speech personification. You see here, they don't sweat, they don't whine. Whine is able to cry. Sweating and crying is the characteristic of human being. You see here. And what's there? They don't cry, they don't sweat. About their condition. This is the general tendency, human quality, and that we have applied to animals. And so that this is the example of personification. You will feel here, you will tell me, don't is given so that it can be another one also. That we will think later on. See here. They show the relation to me. There means all the animals. They all show their relation to me. Generally, he or she will show relation. A person to person relation is possible. Here, they show animal is not having capacity, is not having tendency to show their relation. Yet it is given over here. This shows personification.
Next to that, we'll move ahead with third sentence. The trees inside are moving out. Basically, this poem line is taken from the poem Trees. You see, trees, non-living aspect, moving out. This is the characteristic of human being, and that human being characteristic is implied to the trees, and that is also inside. All this total will tell you that this is the best example for personification. What the idea? Next to that, I'll tell you, all night, constant. All night, constant. The roots work. Working condition, working capacity is with the human being, and that is implied to the roots. Where human quality, characteristic, phenomena is applied to non-living. Here, science will not work out. In this way, all night roots work is the best example for personification. Gradually, I'll move ahead to give you ideas about all the figures of speech with your textbook examples in the same way. If you have any doubts regarding any examples or any figures of speech, you can tell me, you can call me anytime. Got the idea? Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining us.